Hello, 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 everybody, and a warm welcome to you all, faithful, loyal listeners of the Musings and Music Show on Vosa World Radio. I'm the host of the show, MBUM Monjimbo, coming to you today, specially for a very special edition of the show. It won't be really long. It won't be me musing by myself, because I have a guest. If you're watching, then you can see her already. And I will call it some kind of an emergency show, and you will find out why I'm saying that as we move into the show. So welcome everybody. We're going to ask our guest, our glowing, beaming guest, to go ahead and introduce herself. Who are guests listening to?
Okay, thank you so much, Ebe, for having me. I am Odilia Ngala Bomba, and I'm the president of USA. WICUDA is the Wimbum Cultural and Development Association of the United States.
Okay. And where are you coming to us from today?
So I'm talking to you today from Houston, Texas. I know.
Yes, so it's good to have you on the show. And she mentioned that she is representing WICUDA here. But as you're going to find out soon, it's not, we've had other cultural associations here before, and they were here to talk strictly about their cultural association. What are the goals? What is the mission? But you're going to find out today that that's not exactly why she's here today. She's here because what she's going to talk about is something being sponsored, being done, that WICUDA is championing, that WICUDA is doing. So what is it about in a nutshell, so our listeners can know?
So if I were talking to, just assume now that I'm talking to a Wimbum crowd, I would,
what is the response supposed to be? So if you said to them, how would they respond?
They too will say, yes, the response is the same.
Okay.
Laye is like, hear me, see me.
Hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Laye.
This great news. This is just as when Christ was born.
Right, the herald.
Yes.
The herald angel sang.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, just something like that.
Okay.
We're saying that because the Wimbum community has been blessed. And I'm not just going to say the Wimbum community. I'm going to say Cameroon has been blessed.
Yes.
The birth of quadruplets.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know if you caught that clearly. She says Cameroon, and specifically the Wimbum community, has been blessed with quadruplets. I hope I'm showing my fingers right.
Yes.
Quadruplets.
Yes.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4 boys.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And where were these quadruplets born? Where?
The quadruplets were born in Douala.
Okay. And how what date? Or
okay, so they were born on the 21st of March.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
So they are about 3 weeks old now.
Wow. Wow. Those are really, as you said, you made an allusion to the Bible. Those are glad tidings of great joy.
Yes.
Which shall be to all people.
Yes.
Or to you was born that day that she mentioned in the city of Douala.
Douala, yes.
A set of quadruplets. Okay. We hear that, and of course we're all smiles and we are glad. So this couple that had these children, are we to think that these are their very first kids, quadruplets?
Thank you for that question. That's a very good one. When I heard the news about the quadruplets, I was rejoicing, and I thought those were the first set of children. And I got so many calls from Cameroon. They were looking for WICUDA, said we need help. Something has happened to us. So when I started talking with them, I said, before even asking to know if these were the first, the first children, they started telling me, well, the first child is 15 years old and is a boy. The second child is 13 years old and is a girl. Third is 8 years old and is a boy.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth of twins, boys, and then the fifth, the quadruplets. I sat there on the phone, like I was just quiet.
Which was my reaction till I was waiting for you to explain this so that I could understand the because you sent me a bunch of pictures. You told me about the quadruplets.
Yes.
And so when you sent me a bunch of pictures and I saw the people sitting in there, I was like, okay, so who are these people? The cousins or what's going on there? Let me just quickly show our viewers, the listeners can't see just yet, but let me show you the pictures I'm referring to real quick. If we wait a little moment here. So okay, these are the quadruplets. Can you see? Can you see my screen yet? Am I sharing my screen yet? Can you see?
Yes, you're sharing your screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So these are the quadruplets right here. 1, 2, 3, and the other fourth one is tucked away here. When they were just born, precious little tiny people right there. And then if I go this way, okay, there's mom and dad with the quadruplets right there in their crib. And then the picture that I saw, which made me wonder, okay, well, all these people, is this one right here? It takes a while for my screen to show. So am I now sharing my screen?
Yes, you're sharing your screen.
This is what she's talking about right here.
Yes.
So then dad right there, there's mom right there. That is that first boy who's 15, you said over here.
Yes.
That is the second, that's the girl that's there. Then this precious little other boy right here.
Yes, that's the one who's 8.
And then these are the twin boys.
Yes, there are 3.
There are 3. This is 1, 2, 3. There's 3. Is it triplets or twins?
No, I'm saying that the twin boys are 3 years old.
Are 3 years old.
Yes.
My goodness, I'm already looking at this and I'm tired. I'm weary with what it takes to raise these people. I mean, so this is this family to which the quadruplets, 4 kids were born to add to this. So if we're counting just the kids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4. So they have 9 kids. They've gone from, so including themselves, 10 and 11. They have a household of 11 people. Yes. My goodness. Let me stop the share for a second right there and come back to us over here. And I'm guessing nobody needs to tell you why I said this was an emergency show. Nobody needs to guess because you have your one. And by the time you buy the formula, buy the clothing, buy the diapers, you are about to file for bankruptcy.
Exactly.
And then now somebody has these. And so I guess that's where the emergency is coming from. Let me turn things over back to you and you just walk us through that phone call. They called you and they said quadruplets. Then you said, oh, what's going on here? And what did they tell you?
So when they called me and told me about the quadruplets, they said the family was living in a 1-bedroom house. And the doctor who delivered the children said he was not going to release the children unless they get a bigger space. So they contacted me and Wikuda USA, we met the executive, had a meeting, and we said, if there's something urgent that we need to assist with, it's something like this.
Right.
Wikuda has several missions, and this is one of them.
Correct.
So we decided to support the quadruplets, to raise funds to support the quadruplet family. So,
no, naturally, that's what I was going to say. That's why this show is happening. There's no other reason but for this show to happen, because if she talks to me, I can find, I mean, $5 and send it. That's just me and my $5, but I believe this is the best way to go. So you listening to this, you who will view it, you who will share it, that many more people could actually get to hear the message and be moved to donate. Look, this is not the time, please, I'm being preemptive. This is not the time to really say, okay, birth control here, why do we do brand, or asking all those why, what's, and what. Look, I know that those things have their place, but I'm pleading with us not to do that now. The babies are already there, you saw them. So there's no point telling somebody, beating somebody over the head over certain things and saying, okay, let us plan. That is for further down the road. The now is children, are they still in hospital right this minute?
They are still in the hospital. As I just said, the doctor has said that he cannot release the children if they don't have a place to stay. So the family was living in a 1-bedroom house, and right now they have to go somewhere else. So we could use what we think that if we are fortunate, if people support us to raise enough funds, we would take care of the short-term needs.
Correct, like short-term immediate needs.
Yes, immediate needs. One of the immediate needs is getting a place for the family to stay. So we're thinking that if we have enough funds, we can get a place for the family to live for at least for 2 years.
Correct.
So talk with the landlord, sign a contract with him or her, and payments for 2 years, and know that the family has a place.
It's taken care of. Yes, they have a roof over their heads to start with. Because I think the wife is kind of like an IDP. She was teaching in the Northwest region.
Yes.
And had to now kind of move to Douala there. So that whole setup already is a little bit problematic right there. Yes. And so housing is what is because I know people are going to listen to this and go, oh, I have some clothing. I could go give a bag of rice to help them to eat and stuff, which I guess will be welcome as well.
Yes.
But then, as you correctly said, the immediate need is the housing, because they're not going to let them out of that hospital till they get this housing. And I don't blame the doctor. He doesn't want this for precious kids to go stay in unhealthy
exactly.
Yes, the conditions. But then the longer they stay in hospital, the longer the hospital bill will also be. Right?
Exactly.
Yes. So please go on.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to, well, you are going ahead of me, and that is really good. Yeah. So the longer they stay in the hospital, the bills will be piling. So for now, they have to be in the hospital because they need that 1 month. The children for that to gain a bit of weight. In the next 1 week, the children will be ready to go home. But they can't go if they don't have a place.
Go home to where?
Yes.
That's why this is an emergency show, and I would like for us to already start talking about that. Somebody's hearing this or listening to this, watching this, and going, okay, I'd like to donate. How do they do that? We'll go back and continue having a little conversation afterwards. But right now, how do they donate? Who do they donate to, and how?
Okay, so they can see. We could use we didn't want to do a GoFundMe.
Right.
We use our account and get the money so we know how to manage it. We've talked about it.
Right. On top of which, let me just jump in real quick, on top of which, I'm glad to hear that, because GoFundMe, they take a fee. Everything that you donate there, they take a percentage out of it.
Exactly.
To be able to function. So a good amount of the money you give also gets, I just wanted to throw that in so people understand one of the reasons why it makes sense to do it through Wikuda. Please go ahead.
Yes. So we've outlined the needs that we can take care of now. So we know it would be the housing. The next would be food, like formula, napkins. We don't want to talk about diapers because we don't know how many loads of diapers. So we'll just get the napkins and the detergent. That would be number 2. And then number 3 would be the medical bills.
Okay.
So
I wrote them down as we're talking. So we can do a recap of them. You have the housing first, number 1, priority. Then the second one is food, like I would say, upkeep to keep the babies going, which is the food formula. Then napkins, because we're not going to do diapers. Diapers is going to cost a fortune. Not that if you have them, you cannot donate them. And then detergent, because by doing napkins, you have to wash them. Or some of our children are listening to this and saying napkins, and are taking our table napkins in the restaurant. No, we children were born with safety pin napkin thing, tie pin here, and then where the plastic covering to keep it going. And
Exactly.
then when they pee, you take that out and have to rinse it out and wash it and dry it on a clothesline.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
You know,
So-
at first, when we were growing up, we knew that there was a baby in the house because of the napkins.
Drying on the clotheslines outside with the
Yeah.
peg, you peg it at the thing. Yes. That's how it
Exactly.
is.
And you have to wash them very well.
Yes. If not, you're going to get the rash. Your baby's
Yes,
going to get rash.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes,
so we're
now-
using our,
Mhm.
so I'm saying the money will be donated we use our Wikuda USA account. So we have a Zelle.
Okay. So what's the
Zelle?
Zelle?
So
What's the Zelle? Mhm.
yeah, I'll give the phone number. It's not, I'm not
Okay.
well now. Oh, it's printed in a color that is not really coming out. But
That's not very clear. Okay, but doesn't we could have a website at least?
we do. We have a website. So we have PayPal also. We are doing
Okay.
PayPal on Wikuda USA website. So it will be www.wikudausa.org.
Okay. So I'm going to give you some minutes when I share some pictures for you to go see if you can find the thing specifically. But let me go ahead at least and say this whole how to donate is on the Wikuda website. And the Wikuda website is, as she said, Wikuda. Wikuda is WICUDA. WICUDA, Wikuda, which is a Wimbum Cultural Association, USA.org.
Yes.
Was that correct?
It's just Wikuda, www.wikudausa.
Oh, Wikuda USA is one
Yes,
thing.
one word, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
wikudausa.org. Yes. And then you just click on the exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Then if you using PayPal on that, you just click on donate.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So
if you have going to find the Zelle information, do you think you can find it somewhere near? What is it? Does it go by? Does the Zelle go with the same URL address there, or
Zelle
does it go with the number?
Zelle is wikudausa@gmail.com.
Okay, let me write that down so I can be able to repeat it too. Can you say one more time? Wikuda USA
at gmail.com. And then there's a phone number. It's not color did not print, so I can't read it. But as we are talking,
okay.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and get a chance to find it. So far we've heard that we're donating through Wikuda, and that they have Zelle that they can use, that you can use. They have PayPal. All of this information you can go to the website and find, and the website is www.wikudausa.org.
Yes.
And then when it comes to PayPal, they have the email address, which is wikudausa@gmail.com.
Yes, and
by
that's
the way,
the Zelle.
That's the Zelle one.
Zelle,
okay.
Yes.
That's Zelle.
Yes.
And the PayPal on the website.
PayPal is on the website.
So you can actually find a button there to click on.
Yes.
Okay, that's perfect. That's good, because that's the important thing to let the public know, because they'll hear all of this, they'll want to donate, they'll want to share, let somebody else know.
Yes.
And so
and we also have our account is at the Bank of America.
Okay. So you actually went to the Bank of America and
some people do it from home. Now things people just do things electronically. So the Bank of America, the account is 446.
Okay.
446.
Okay. This is the Wikuda account. And
yes,
I guess what will be in Bank of America?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess what will be important for them to know is that they should, how when we send money, they say you want to add a note or something. So you can make a note that says for the quadruplets.
Yes.
So it's clear. It helps them.
Quadruplets.
Wimbum quadruplets. There you go.
Yes.
So that so people don't fear that they're going to use it to do a solar system, whatever it is, and install flowing water in a village up there in the community. It's going to be used for this purpose. So you send that donation in and earmark it yourself, make a note that says it's for this, and so they can do their accounting and be able to help these children. And I would like us to look at them. We just saw them now in the pictures I shared as tiny little babies when they were just born. They are reasonably big though for quadruplets. There are children that are born single and they're not as healthy. Those children are fighting away and growing, and she was saying they need to gain weight. But let me find those pictures again, because I looked at them, they're like, oh, my little chubby things. They're doing their best. I think they want to go home quickly.
Yes.
Let me go back to the album itself. See them there. Okay, so there they were in the little crib. Oh, look at the precious things.
Yeah.
The other 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Crib right there. Then let me go find one where, see them, there's little single pictures. Look at this little cute one. Oh my gosh. Look at the cheeks. Right there. It's his baby right there on the his bonnet. And here's this other one right here. Look at these little individuals. So as we see them, we say a prayer for them. And then we all know that prayers are amazing, but we all know, okay, that's the mother breastfeeding one right there. Yes. I don't know if I'm sharing that video, breastfeeding one of the babies right there.
Yes.
And as they said, here's, let me just show this one more right here. So that in your mind, when you're donating, you have these little faces imprinted in your memory. And so you donate on with them in mind. And so let me stop the share and come back. I don't think anybody in the world has enough breast milk to breastfeed those 4 kids.
The day I spoke with them, the mom was this picture that you see. She was breastfeeding, and the one of the grandmas, well, all the grandmothers are there now.
Right.
We're feeding the other ones.
Yes.
So,
and just to, now that you said that, just to show that this is not somebody just getting up from nowhere and talking about stuff, somebody only just told her and she has not done her homework and verified. I noticed that one of the pictures that you sent to me, let me go back and find it. It was a video call.
Yes.
Because you see right there, that is the person that that I have on the show right now.
Yes,
that
yes,
is right there. I hope you can see it very clearly there, talking to mom and dad.
Yes.
So somebody should not sit and say, okay, somebody has just woken up in America here and is doing this thing on behalf of these people, and maybe people are not even aware, maybe they did not even give their permission, all that blah, blah, blah.
Oh, they are very much aware. They gave, and they know that we are talking right now.
Yes, yes, because you told me that. We spoke 2 days ago, and you said clearly, we both agreed, go get the permission first.
Yes.
Before you come.
So the pictures that I sent to you yesterday, those are the most recent, the ones showing now. Yes.
Yes. And there you are right there. There she is, the same person. She's wearing a country cap on her head right now, but that's her at the bottom. Yes. So is this one, that is her again there talking to mom. So I'm doing this because I know, I don't blame them. Trust me, I do not blame them, because I have done a lot of fundraising myself, and those are the questions people ask. They work hard for their money, and then people are there because the scams are there. The scams do exist. Yeah. Would donate in good faith, and then next thing you know, the person has just vanished.
Exactly. And that's why actually Wikipedia USA took up the fundraising.
Right.
Because when the baby just came, people started raising, trying
left, right, and center, how you sure that money is going to get to them.
Exactly.
And just to clarify, there's a video there which I may just play depending on if we have time, where actually I know the person who went to the hospital and is actually talking with them. That is Sister Mary Gwe in Douala there. Who's a secretary that I know very well. I will take her word is her bond. There is no joke, Sister Mary. No penny is getting lost anywhere.
All these pictures were sent to me by Sister Mary.
And she's right here. She has too much of a job in academia. She and her husband are here to be risking their reputation to do any thing. I'm just saying, I would not come and be sitting here and adding my mouth to this whole thing if I did not trust them. So
thank you so much.
Of you worrying about it, know that you shouldn't be worried. This family belongs to the Wimbum community, and they're doing what all of us should do, not just have parties, end of year party, we dance and go home. So thing. This is what associations are supposed to be there to do, to attend to the people back home as well when there is a need. like in this case.
Yes.
You see the other children there who came, they didn't come to tell you to donate money for them. The other children are there, the firstborn was 15,
Yes.
asked you to donate money for them. The second and the third, and nobody asked you to do any money for them. You can clearly see the reason why we could, I applaud them for it, taking the responsibility to come and appeal, not just to the community, but to all of us as Cameroonians, all of us as Africans, all of us as human beings. If you're watching this, that's the appeal. This is a public service announcement show, not really anything necessarily to educate you about. It's to please find it in your heart to donate either by Zelle or with PayPal.
PayPal, and I have the number for Zelle now.
The number. That's
the
what
number
I was trying to keep going till you're ready with the number.
Yes,
What's the number?
So it's 972.
972.
Yes, 824.
824.
6988.
All right. So 972 824 6988.
Yes.
And that's the number that's tied to the Zelle?
Yes, it's tied to the Zelle, and that's our Wikuda USA account.
Correct. There you go.
It goes right there, and the money will be disbursed. We are going to be very transparent. Any amount that is raised, and there's a spreadsheet that I started. I've not just, I didn't send it to you. So we have a spreadsheet. So anything that comes in is going to be on this spreadsheet. Not the first time we're doing something like this. We raised money in 2021 to support the theater in the Baptist clinic in Du. We raised $100 and something thousand, and everything went home.
There you go.
They wrote the check, transferred the money, and everything went. So it's not that we're handling something. There were more than 200 people who responded, and all their names appear on this giant spreadsheet.
Correct. No, that's all you need to hear for as far as transparency is concerned, as far as seriousness of the issue is concerned. And we know, please, it's an emergency. Those children are there, they are eating. We all know, they say boys will eat, they'll eat you out of house and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So as they are growing, so that poor mother who is feeding them, she herself needs to have the energy to produce the breast milk, which we know is the safest thing for them. But then we know she cannot do that, only her breast milk will not suffice. So formula is needed right away. The kids are living, breathing human beings, so they are.
But the microphone is off.
My microphone went off. Oh, it still says it's working. I don't know why you can't hear me. I'm not muted. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself and unmute just.
I'm not hearing her.
You can't hear me anymore.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, I don't know why. Let me go ahead and pause and come back and figure out what's going on. Let me pause. All right, dear viewers and listeners, if you noticed a small pause, that was because we're having some technical issues. She couldn't hear me. I could hear her perfectly, but she couldn't hear me. So what I have done now, please pardon us, is I have called her on her cell phone, and what you're going to be listening is to my voice, and then I've put her on speaker. So you're going to hear her from speaker. Anything that we can do to help these precious quadruplets, we will do, even with the technical difficulties. So we are resuming again. This is MBUM Munjimbo coming to you on Vosa World Radio with the music and music shows specifically for the quadruplets. And we have Mrs. Odilia Gala Bomba coming to us from Houston. She already told us how to donate, but meanwhile, she used the time to find the actual Bank of America account number, which is going to give to us right away. So what is that number?
Okay, thank you again, Edwin. So the bank account number is, that's Bank of America, is
446.
Yes, 001.
001.
741.
741.
058.
058, did you say?
Yes, 058.
Let me read that back to you. 446 001 741 058.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so now we have everything we need to be able to donate, because you can stay home peacefully in the quiet of your home. Just go on to Bank of America, pull up that account number and make a donation. For the little note, say it's for the quadruplets. You can go to the website www.wikudausa.org, find the donate button and donate there, or you can use the email address for PayPal, which is wikudausa@gmail.com. For the radio people, sorry.
And the phone number too was there.
And the phone number too was there, which was 972-824-6988. Again, one more time, that phone number, 972-824-6988. So you've heard all kinds of ways to donate. If you're listening to this on the radio, remember there's a morning show, there's a rebroadcast if you did not catch it. And then by Sunday, I should have this on YouTube as well. With YouTube, you can forward, you can rewind, you can go back, so you can listen to it over and over again till you get it right. And go ahead and please make those donations. I'm going to go ahead. She's a busy woman, so I'm going to go ahead and have her give us a concluding word. What do you have to say? And we're going to listen to you through the cell phone.
Okay. Well, I just want to take this time to thank you so much for, first of all, listening to me when I called you. And not only listening, but acting and bringing me to the show.
Mm-hmm.
You have already said it all to the listeners. The saying that it takes a village to raise a child could not be truer. For this, it's not only raising a child, it's raising 4.
Right.
And not only 4, raising 9 in one family.
Mm-hmm.
So the family really needs our help.
Mm-hmm.
We are calling on anyone who could do something. Nothing is small.
Mm-hmm.
We say we are all together.
Right.
And that is really true. In the Wikuda, our theme is Abi Yungir in Wimbum,
Mm-hmm.
which means stronger, we are stronger together. And standing on that, I say that no donation is small.
Correct.
$10, $50, $100. When we put all of that together,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a big sum of.
Yes, it does.
One person cannot do it.
No.
So thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. I would even say my duty. You don't look at those precious little faces and think that they could possibly go a day without eating. How? I mean, that should bother you. They need that milk. And we all know that the early years are what are really important. Those early days, months, when everything is forming, they cannot afford to be deficient on their feeding. So because of these technical issues, because I can hear the echo going on there and you can barely hear me because we're going through the phone, I will go ahead and conclude here and continue to plead and say, please, this is a trustworthy source. Go ahead and make those donations. And we want to thank you very, very, very much for coming to the show. And thank you all prospective donors for your generosity and your kindness. Yes. All right, then, sis. Thank you for the good job you're doing. And God bless the Wimbum community and those 4 kids in particular and the entire family. What's their last name?
Tamfu.
Tamfu. Yes.
So the father is POLYCARP and the mother is EMEDINE.
Okay. So God.
POLYCARP and
Tamfu. So God bless that Tamfu family. I'm looking forward to the day when I get to see them grown and ready to go to primary school.
Yes. If I could say one thing again, thank the doctor who delivered the children. He is a true father. to say that I'm not going to release these children until the thing is finished.
Right.
He's not only the doctor, he's the father to the children.
Correct. So we thank him. We thank the nurses too who are there to assist.
Yes.
Okay.
So I will say, lie.
And I will answer lie as well. All right then.
That's how we sing and we dance. You know?
Yes. That's the same Ubuntu thing that the African Americans here have about togetherness and unity to solve our issues. All right then. So this has been the show, an emergency show, like we said. And we thank you all for taking the time to tune in and listen. And we hope that you're going to take action on it. You heard her, no matter how small, everything counts. All right. So goodbye and see you next time for the next show. Take care. God bless.